There's one of two things that can happen. You can leave with a couple citations, or you can go to jail.
What crime have I committed?
We're not going to play the sovereign citizen game. Give me your license, or I'm going to break your window and pull you out of the vehicle. Is that a crossbow?
Welcome back to the Van Ballion channel, guys. Today we head to Texas, where yet another sovereign citizen plays F around and find out with a no-nonsense City of Fritch police officer when she gets pulled over for driving without valid plates. The cop then, along with his colleague, goes on to educate the husband, who arrives on the stop after the arrest. Also, stick around until the end because I have the plea hearing, which goes about as well as you'd expect. So, without further ado, let's get into the video.
503 Central traffic.
Go ahead.
Be in the high school parking lot. Going to be a red Dodge truck. License plate says private.
If this sticker isn't the very definition of poetic justice, then I don't know what is.
Go ahead and roll the window down.
I would prefer not.
All the way down.
I have enough room to speak to you.
Okay, go ahead and roll the window down.
I'm going to speak to you like it is.
Okay. Your driver's license, proof of insurance, please.
Have I committed a crime?
Yes.
What crime have
Your
I
license
committed?
plates are invalid
How are they invalid?
because they are not registered.
Am I in commercial property?
Okay, here's the thing. We're not going to do this, okay? So there's one of two things that can happen. You can leave with a couple citations, or you can go to jail. So it's up to you how you want to do this. Okay, we're not going to play the sovereign citizen game.
I'm not playing a sovereign citizen.
Okay.
I'm not playing the sovereign citizen game, she says, while driving a truck with private plates and spouting the right to travel script. If it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, you know the rest.
Okay, I need your driver's license, proof of insurance.
What crime have
I need your driver's license, proof of insurance, please.
What crime have I committed?
I'm going to ask you one more time, and I'm going to pull you out of the vehicle.
Unless you identify the crime,
503 Central. Go and start me another unit.
send a sheriff with them.
Nope.
Send a sheriff.
Okay, here's what's going to happen. You're going to go ahead and give me your license, or I'm going to break your window and pull you out of the vehicle. Okay?
No, this is going to be...
Okay. 503 Central, be advised, it's going to be a sovereign citizen.
So you want me to unlock the vehicle?
I want you to unlock the vehicle and go and step out of the vehicle.
That's what he's telling you to do. If I cannot unlock the vehicle and step out of the vehicle, he's going to break the window.
I think that's the husband, who arrives later on the other end of the phone. He gets her to repeat what she claims isn't the sovereign citizen script, but this cop is not having any of it.
What crime have I committed?
I'm not going to tell you again. You have unregistered license plates. You're operating a motor vehicle, unregistered, on state property. So go ahead and exit the vehicle. I'm going to break your window. Okay?
Alright, well then get ready to call me. Really?
Okay, go and step out of the vehicle.
Because I'm
Go and
getting...
step out of the vehicle.
I'm already
Go
out.
and step out of the vehicle.
You just said not to let him break the window, my love. I did not let him break the window.
When your husband helps talk you into jail but saves his truck window, it might be time to reevaluate a few things.
Yep, I'm being arrested, my love. Unregistered plates.
And failure to identify.
Failure to identify
Alright.
and unregistered plates.
Let's go to the front of my vehicle, please. Put your legs. You have anything on you that's going to hurt me, poke me, stick me?
Nope.
Any kind of ID on you at all?
There's one in my pocket.
So she's smart enough to hold a driver's license from another state, but not enough to hand it over to police when legally required to do so. Got it.
Did you? Well, it's gonna be towed now.
That's the one I called you about the other day.
Oh, did you?
No, I called your chief about this one the other day.
Okay, well, it's gonna get towed. 503 Central, show one detained.
10-4-1 detained.
So you'd rather go to jail over a couple citations?
Yes, sovereign citizens will nearly always choose jail over a simple citation because they've been brainwashed into thinking their right to travel, which has nothing to do with operating a motor vehicle, is being violated. In the hope that, well, I'll let this guy from one of my recent videos explain it.
We're gonna get paid.
Did you? Nice.
Pretty sure she's sovereign.
Huh?
But I'm pretty sure from all this stuff, it's sovereign.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, when I passed out, I looked at it, I was like,
Did you see the private?
yeah.
4 confirming last name Blair.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was gonna show up.
Yeah, I'm gonna call my chief and let him know, just in case they decide to get squirrely.
Did you search for any weapons?
There's a knife right there. On her, no, she's got yoga pants. Hey, just a heads up. I stopped a little sovereign citizen over here just in case you get calls. A sovereign citizen. They did the whole, just letting you know, just in case they decide to call and say that. Oh, I'm still in the middle of it. She was on the phone with her husband. Don't know if he's going to show up, just in case that it goes south. Just kind of giving you a heads up.
Oh yeah, the husband turns up all right, and it's both hilarious and sad at the same time. But let's get the conversation with the chief, highlights from an interesting search of the vehicle, and highlights of the back and forth between the cop and the park ranger before we get there.
Her name is... She's out of Kansas, got a red Dodge with private plates on the back of it, so... Like I said, just stay with private plates. It's the license plates have been turned back, like backwards, and they wrote private on them. And so they did the not rolling the window down. So I gave her ample opportunities, and then pulled her out of the vehicle. No use of force, nothing like that. She's gonna go to jail for fail ID. Yep. So, like I said, just kind of a heads up in case they decide to call and do whatever. Yeah, I've already got him here. I got 244 and then 813's on the way, but 244 was right down the street. So. Yep. Nope. Sounds like a wiener.
029.
So, just sounds good. Alright, bye.
This F around and find out sticker, seen here in more detail, still cracks me up.
She's got open copy or open containers too.
Open containers.
Mm-hmm.
Some spice. I hung up on her husband. So like, click.
Nice. Well, she's gonna go to jail, failure to identify.
Is that what she wasn't telling you who she was?
Yeah. She did what crime did I commit? Oh, there's her paperwork. What's up, bro? I'm about to take this girl to jail. Failure to identify. She's a sovereign citizen. Yeah. Yep. School. Alright, bro. Alright, bye. Yeah, see, this is her affidavit of status. That's what she hands to cops and says, "This is who I am." Well, that doesn't work. Sorry.
I'm a woman over the age of consent, sound mind, creation of God, Almighty, follower God's firmworth. I'm a woman, genetic material, or my property. I'm Irish setter canine.
I'm gonna go run this 28. I've got the VIN at least.
She got any weapons in here?
You got a knife right there by your leg.
Yeah, because she got this. I'm not like a rifle.
Oh, haven't got that far yet.
Look in the back seat.
For someone who claims to be not operating in commerce, this looks an awful lot like a work truck, or at least a truck used to transport tools, which goes against her skewed "I'm not operating in commerce" logic.
No, I'm gonna talk to him later tonight. Let him know. Dude, I was like, there's no way that I saw what I saw. Is she really?
Yeah, right off, ask the chief. I told him that. It's right.
Paintball gun. What is that? That's a radar. Is that a crossbow?
Archery, yeah.
Okay.
The arms are.
Well, that's cool. Oh yeah, here it is right there. And then there's the buttstock. Right?
I must admit, a sovereign citizen getting pulled over with a crossbow in the back of the truck was not on my bingo card today. Nice bit of kit though, but not in the wrong hands.
I'm traveling on the land.
This is a no quarter flag.
You know there was a sovereign citizens convention in Canada that no one told us about last weekend?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
A sovereign citizen convention? Isn't that just a jail?
Just a black flag.
Oh, it's a no quarter. Yeah, blacked out flag. Yeah.
And I was like, I put like, yeah, and I was like, I'm pretty sure.
Shovel.
Equal.
Yeah.
Get it.
I know. That's what he said. He's like, just make sure you got backup with you. I was like, I do. I've got 244. Some shotgun shells.
Oh, is that the dispatch say?
That's what I called Chief. I told him what was going on. Like, just in case they decide to.
Oh, I got my rifle in the front.
Yeah. I'm gonna run this VIN, and then we'll go from there.
So they checked the VIN against the title which was in the vehicle, and it all seems to match up. The officer also comes across the driver's affidavit of status, which he reads a little of until he realises it's not worth the paper it's printed on.
I, a woman, am over the age of consent, am of sound mind, am a creation of God Almighty, and a follower of God's laws, first and foremost, and the laws of women when they are not in conflict.
That's where I would stop reading too. What in the world are laws of women, and how does enforcing traffic laws conflict with them?
But yeah, I passed her, saw the plates, I was like, here we go. Pull up behind her, get up to the window, and she's got the window cracked about that much. She's of course recording. I'm like, that's fine, you can record all you want. Right. I said, I need your driver's license, proof of insurance. Have I committed a crime? I was like, okay, we're gonna do this. Okay, I don't have time for all that. So I told her a couple times, go ahead and get on out of the vehicle, give me your ID. And if not, then what we'll do is we'll just break your window and I'll pull you out. I was like, I'm really tempted to just give you a couple tickets and send you on down the road, but if you want to do this, then, you know, it is what it is.
And now for one of my favourite parts of a sovereign citizen traffic stop, the removal of the private plate, which this time the owner has painted onto the back of a Washington state plate.
Yeah. Let's see what this 28 comes back to. Washington. 503 Central. I've got a 28 out of Washington when ready. Not good at what she does. Private. Private. Okay. That 28 is going to be Charles 22248 Edward.
I was just gonna. I'm on the phone with her. I was just
Easier.
Speaking of the husband, who, by the way, left this gem on my channel a couple of days ago, which led me straight to this video, here he is. So let's see what he has to say for himself.
Can I help you, sir? What's that? Okay, how can I help you? Okay. Okay, well, it's getting towed and she's going to jail.
Can I ask what crime she committed?
Failure to identify a police officer.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing in it.
So let me explain how this works, okay?
Oh, shit, man. You guys know me. I've been pulled over.
I don't know you.
You are, and we have people that act like this. And we have a guy that just pulls up in a semi. I'm not taking any. I get you.
Okay, so
I'm a former Marine, so
I got you. No, and I respect that. I respect what you did, okay?
I wonder what my viewers, many of them veterans and serving members of the military, think about a former Marine who pledged to support and defend the Constitution, conveniently ignoring and encouraging his wife to ignore the 10th Amendment.
Well, let me explain how this works, okay? Whatever she believes, that's fine. The state of Texas says that you have to operate a motor vehicle with proper tags, okay? The private tags do not work. Whether you believe the amendment says this out of the other, the state of Texas says something completely different.
We'll take it up with the judge.
Okay, that's fine.
The state of Texas motor vehicle code talks about motor vehicles and the definition of a motor vehicle.
We're not going to go into that. I'm going to stop it right there, okay?
All right.
Again, and for what seems like the millionth time, a motor vehicle is what the manufacturer and the state you happen to be in define it as, not whatever you think is convenient to you.
So when I made contact with her, I asked her for her driver's license, proof of insurance. She failed to provide either one of those until I pulled her out of the vehicle.
Right.
So that's
She's
called
under
failure.
arrest, right?
She's under arrest
And that's a crime how?
because she failed to identify.
How's that a crime?
We're not going to get into that, okay? So she's going to go to jail, and that vehicle is going to be
503.
Officer Alejandro.
We're no longer talking.
Okay. That's fine. You're free to go. You're free to go, sir. No, sir. You're free to go. Have a good day.
Deputy Low.
I just had a discussion with one of the deputies the other day about this whole thing. She said, right.
Who was the deputy?
There's a female deputy.
Which one?
Hispanic deputy. I'll talk to you, sir. He's on.
Yeah.
I just came back. Well, I need my truck. I've got my truck. I can probably get these up.
Where are the keys at, boss?
Well, they should be on the constable right there, but I don't want to consent to any searches.
Well, that's not. That's you don't have to consent. It's incident to arrest. If you would like, you can come with me to the vehicle and you can get the keys that you need. I'll allow you to do that.
Keys or anything you want to do.
Thank you, sir. Because here, let me explain
Has
to you,
she
okay?
identified herself now?
No, she had. I got this out of her pocket, but she never actually told me who she was. Okay. Let me also explain this to you too. If she would have just given me what I requested, I would have probably cut her a couple citations and sent her on down the road. But she wants to play the game. Here we are.
Or to use your very own truck sticker against you, she effed around and found out. Encouraged by you, the husband who, at the time, seemed to care more about his truck window than his wife following lawful orders.
Can I ask you, do you have insurance on the vehicle?
Yes.
Oh, you do have insurance?
Yes.
Okay. So, now, you have to talk to him. He wants to impound it. If it has legal insurance, if it doesn't have insurance, I say impound the shit out of it.
It's insured by
It's
Geico.
insured.
Yeah.
By Geico.
Okay. Do you have an idea of where it's at?
I get my camera.
Is there one in the vehicle?
Is there one that
No, we always carry it on our phones.
on your phones? Our
Yeah.
phone's in the truck.
Our phone's in the truck.
Do you have a copy of it on your phone?
I have a copy of it on my phone. Yes.
Do you have your phone with you?
It's in my truck.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'd be out
We're
here
trying to work with
videotaping all this stuff.
I
I'm trying to work with you guys. Too.
I understand.
I can't afford to have my truck.
And I understand that.
That's why I'm
Trucking rates are.
They're out of the roof. I used to drive
They're
semis.
They're under.
What's your name?
My name's Wesley.
Wesley, I'm Roman.
Roman.
Okay.
Come on, do us a favor.
Let's come over here and talk, okay?
Do us a favor. That's living here.
I can see my insurance.
Yeah, if you
I'll-
have to see insurance. That's a big one.
Give me just a second. We'll get to that one. I want to talk to you right here, okay?
I know. In front of your camera.
Okay, listen. I get it, okay? I understand that your interpretation of the law, or her interpretation of the law, are different from what I was taught and what my badge says I'm supposed to do, okay?
This is all about education of fellow people.
Again, and here's the thing.
No, this is about people misunderstanding and or misinterpreting the law, whether on purpose or not. The law regarding vehicle registration, the requirements for a driver's license, and the right to travel is pretty straightforward, or at least it is for the majority of us.
When I ask her for a simple thing, such as ID, and she puts the camera in my face, which again, I have no problem being recorded. I've had it before. I have no problem. Okay? But when I ask her for ID and she wants to go back and forth and play this rhetoric, that could save her, seriously, 5 minutes of time. All I would have done is say, you know what? Get these violations fixed. Have a good day. Be safe going home.
Yeah, and we would have gone to the court. And
But-
if the court says, judge says, fine.
Yeah.
we can do that.
But she didn't do that.
I get that.
I said, and she had the window rolled up. There was a knife sitting right there by the window. Who's to say that she can't roll the window down, pull it out, and stab me? I've seen it happen.
Well,
Everyone knows that pulling the knife out is going to be a lot faster than me
We
pulling my
don't
gun
know
out.
her like you do. We're going on basis of we
Never met her.
I'm attempting to save you a lot of paperwork. Is what I'm trying to do.
You're not going to save me any paperwork.
I mean, you can let her go. We take the truck back to Shar and Ken's, where we've been staying for a year and a half now.
Well, you were staying in town the other day because that's where the truck was.
Well, we were over at a friend's
Oh,
house.
okay.
so you're staying at SchottClan's?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it's literally right now.
How long have y'all been living in Texas?
We've been here in Texas on and off for about a year now, a little over a year.
Okay.
You say you live in Texas on and off, but if you are both a resident of that state, like you say, shouldn't that Kansas driver's license your wife has be a Texas one? Listen to me trying to make sense of people who claim laws don't apply to them.
Does she work anywhere?
She's not. No, she stays home with my puppy dog.
Okay.
She helps folks do stuff, like little knickknacks and paddywhacks, and we train dogs.
I
We
gotcha.
train protection dogs.
I gotcha.
And I'm just
So what is the purpose of all this? What is she going to accomplish by doing this?
well.
Here we go, guys. Prepare yourself to watch as a former Marine who, in my opinion, abandoned the oath he took, get a lot more than he bargained for when he has the nerve to question the oath these two law enforcement agents took.
It's called, you guys took an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution.
and you're talking about traveling, correct? You're talking about the ability to travel, which it says in the Constitution.
Crossing interstate lines.
Crossing interstate lines with this?
Well, technically, she left Kansas, so she
Well,
crosses the border. So,
Yeah.
So
I mean,
that's crossing.
we can go anywhere.
So
Freely.
the Constitution.
I work for the federal
Income.
government, so I understand I do a lot of this.
The Constitution says that you have the right to travel freely across this country of ours.
Right. Without impeding.
On horseback or on foot. When you bring a motor vehicle into it, which is what this is.
It's not a motor vehicle
It
by
is, though.
definition. If you pull up your statutes, the state statutes.
I pull up my penal code and it tells me what it is.
Okay, so let's pull up what the state of Texas define as a motor vehicle. And would you look at that? Quote, a motor vehicle means a self-propelled vehicle designed for use on a highway, a trailer or semi-trailer designed for use with a self-propelled vehicle. I don't see private vehicle, car or whatever you want to call it in that list of exclusions, do you?
Right.
Which is set forth by the state of Texas. Whenever she signs the back of this, her signature is right there. She entered into a civil contract with the state of Kansas saying that she's going to obey all traffic laws. Whether she likes them or not, she's going to obey every single traffic law. She's now broken that by traveling the way she's traveling.
So, is motor vehicle code, is it law?
It is.
Or is it a statute?
No, it's a law.
It's a law. It's pretty much.
Again, and for what feels like the millionth time I've had to repeat this, a statute, according to Cornell Law School, is a law enacted by a legislator. Statutes are also called acts, and no amount of magic words and incantations will change that.
So, but a crime, by definition, a crime is if I hurt you or your property.
No.
That's a crime.
No, there's other crimes.
So when
There's getting ready, I'll let you guys know, there's getting ready to be...
So if she had a
highway
pound of
patrol.
meth in there, and I arrest her for that, who's going to be a victim on that? It's called the state of Texas. State of Texas is going to be the victim on all traffic violations.
I don't think I could have put that explanation any better. But just to put that final nail in the coffin, let's head back to Cornell to define the term crime. Quote, a crime is behaviour punishable as a public offence. The elements of a crime generally come from statutes, but may also be supplied by the common law in states where the criminal common law still carries force. The officer continues.
Okay, so the victim here is whether it's a society, an individual, or a company. There's a victim. The victim in this case is going to be the state of Texas. State of Texas says that you are supposed to travel with front and rear license plates that's registered to that individual. She has none of those.
I own this truck.
Okay.
I got a copy of the title in
That's fine.
from Washington.
That's fine.
Okay. Well, we've got insurance on it. I keep insurance on it, and insurance doesn't say I have to have my truck registered if it's a private car.
Okay.
A private.
I'm not the insurance police, though.
I know that.
Citing your insurance company as a reason for why you don't need to register your vehicle is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard.
Hey, what's your name again? Sorry,
It's Wesley.
Tanner.
Wesley.
So, hey Wesley. Tanner. So, I was paratrooper in the Army. So, were you at Lejeune or Pendleton?
I was Pendleton.
Pendleton. Okay.
Pendleton and Albany.
I got a
Georgia.
couple buddies in the Army I have a couple buddies in the Marines, so I understand you there. I can't say what he's going to do with her on the arrest. I am trying to help you get your truck back to where it was at without getting it towed.
Okay.
So, he's trying, like, you got insurance. If you can prove insurance, he's probably more than likely, because you got to inventory everything, because we have to sit here, write everything down, because if one thing's missing, you say, well, I had a $1 million knife in there, and it's gone. Well, now you're suing him for a $1 million knife. So, a lot of paperwork. But if you got insurance, they'll probably let you drive it. But if you do get seen again, you're probably going to get it towed again. I can't tell you what he's going to do with his wife because she did break the law by not identifying herself, by not doing these things. But I'm just trying to help you get your truck back because I know you're saying.
I'm not going to argue with you about the stuff.
Okay. So here's what we'll do.
We'll take it up to the judge.
Here's what we'll do, okay?
Yep, I agree. Save your absurd right to break the law argument for the judge. I'm sure they'll appreciate that. Oh, and spoiler alert, don't forget to tell your wife to challenge jurisdiction while you're there.
If you can get me a copy of your insurance that says as of today's date, which is the 7th day of November, as long as it's got insurance, I'll let you take the vehicle. I won't tow it for you, okay? I am going to take your plates, these little private plates. They're going to go with me, which means she's now going to have a vehicle that doesn't have any kind of license plates on it at all. So that means the minute that she gets onto any kind of highway that's not your personal private property, there's a chance that she's going to get stopped again, and possibly at that point it will be impounded. I'm not going to do that today, okay? I'll work with you on that. I get it, okay? You've been cooperative with me. You've not given me any issues, and I appreciate that, okay? But like I said, I'm going to take the tags. I'll let you, as long as you can prove that there's insurance on the vehicle, I'll let you go ahead and do that. So if you'll do that, I'm going to do a couple more things over here.
If I drive the tractor over here to you?
You're actually not supposed to have them on this. There's actually a sign on each end that says that you can't have.
It's a local. It's a local to unload.
Yeah, if you'll just I'll tell you what, if you'll pull into the parking lot right here.
This is a much wider where they do deliveries here for the high school. It's much wider right here. I can pull in and park right across there. Then I'll be able to turn around and not get on.
That's fine. Just as long as you can give me that insurance.
Right.
Like I said, I'll let you take the vehicle with you tonight. Okay? Do you have someone that can come drive the vehicle?
Are you taking her in?
Huh? I am. I'm taking her in.
Dude, we don't have the money. I'm falling on my sword.
I understand that. I understand that. But this is the risk that she's taking. Again, if she would have rolled the window down and said, "Here's my ID, a couple citations, send you on down the road," you could have talked to the judge about that. But when she does the, "Oh, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that," I don't have time for that. I don't know who's behind this vehicle. Just listen. This and domestic disturbances are our most dangerous types of interactions with the public.
I get that, but that's why I came down here.
So I don't know who she is, what she was going to do. I don't know if she had a gun in the car. She rolled the window down that much. That puts me on high alert. Okay.
So in the state of Texas, are we required to have a registration on all of our weapons?
No, not on any weapons now.
Does she have to have a registration to carry one with her?
No, she doesn't have a license.
Okay.
This is an open carry state.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, so
And
she can carry weapons all she wants.
Right.
That's not the issue. My issue is I don't know what's in that vehicle. Like I said, when I opened the door and I saw a 12-inch Bowie knife.
It's just a K-bar,
Hey,
man.
hey,
It's just
K-bars do damage, you know that.
Yeah.
So, like I said,
I would like to in the future sit down and have a discussion with you instead of
absolutely.
impeding
Yeah,
you.
no, that's fine.
You know, if we can make this go a little, better for all of us.
Yeah, I got you. Like I said,
Okay, first of all, you can make this go better for all of us by complying with simple lawful orders and registering your vehicle in accordance with the law. Secondly, this need for sovereign citizens to go for a coffee with law enforcement agents to spew their misguided beliefs is so cringe.
the truck I can work with you on, I'll go ahead and let you have that. I get it. Okay, you need a source to be able to drive around. I understand that. But she's going to jail tonight. So, I can do one or the other or both. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to take her in today. She'll be bonded out tomorrow.
I'm going to give you one more little piece of advice.
Okay, go ahead and do that.
There's a highway patrolman that has lost his ability to have his public liability insurance here in the state of Texas. And it's all because of something just like this.
Okay.
He's being taken to federal court under the 1983 42 section, 1983 subsection for violation of civil rights.
Okay.
So,
What's his name?
I can't tell you that.
I figured.
But
Okay.
he's out of Fort Worth, Texas.
I got you.
Look it up.
I got you.
I would also like to add a sovereign citizen failing in his attempt to intimidate a cop by passive-aggressively threatening him with a frivolous civil lawsuit for enforcing the law as it's written, as the second cringiest thing I've heard today.
Okay. Let me go get my...
Yeah, go get your vehicle, get your insurance, we'll go from there. Okay, Ms. Blair. I know you probably don't want to talk to me, that's fine. Just letting you know, you are going to be going to jail today for failure to identify. Okay? As I explained to your husband, I am going to release the vehicle to him. I'm not going to tow your vehicle today. I'm going to cut you that break. But understand, all this could have been solved with you just giving me this. I would have given you some citations and sent you on down the road. Okay? But you wanted to play the, I believe this and that and the other, and here we are. Okay? When you're stopped by a law enforcement officer, you're supposed to identify. Okay? Whether you believe it or not, it's irrelevant. State of Texas says that that's what you're supposed to do. Okay? So, you will be going to jail tonight for that. Do you have any questions for me? No? Okay. I'll buckle you in. Scoot towards me a little bit. .503 Central. Go ahead and show Ms. Blair in my custody.
The husband now comes back with proof that his unregistered truck is in fact insured, and then the officer removes a second Washington plate with private painted on the reverse of it from the front of the vehicle.
Wasn't trying to step on your foot.
Oh, no, you're good.
I was like, dude, just take that truck, whatever. 'cause
Yeah.
As soon as you had the inventory.
Do you have a screwdriver? I'm going to pull his plates off and take them with me. Okay. Thanks, sir. Do you want her phone, or do you want her phone to go with her?
Will she be able to get it tonight?
Oh, she'll be able to get some numbers off of it and make some calls.
Okay.
I mean, it's up to you what you want to do with it.
Send it with her.
Okay. I can do that.
I had to update my Geico. I haven't been pulled over on Sundays.
Well, that's good. The other issue I have is that she's got the open containers of alcohol in her vehicle. So I don't know if she's been drinking and driving or...
No. She doesn't drink at all. She didn't drink at all.
So are those yours?
Those are mine, but we had them at the house back there. We put them in the truck to take to the trash. I guess she forgot to take them to the trash.
Yeah, she did, because they were like right in the front passenger
Those
seat.
are mine. Those
Okay.
were last night.
I got you.
Sorry, I forgot my damn cash.
Technology is great until you need it, right?
That's what they say. She knows the password. Yeah.
Thanks, sir.
You want me to ask her?
No. I just want to change right now.
Again, poetic justice at its finest.
I was going to drive the truck over here, but all these cars still sitting here. I have second thoughts, beat the first ones all hell, and I'm like, no. Yeah. High school, probably.
Yeah, I've seen the way to drive.
Well, here's your truck. That's just a piece of shit 2012. What else information do you need from me?
Just the insurance.
Gosh dang, come on.
That's kind of the end all be all.
Yeah, I'm looking, you can see it up right now.
I got you.
My buddy, he's trying to buy a 2000, so he can.
That might have been it. That was his number it came from. Okay, so that's the.
My buddy's trying to get older than 2000, so he can not run the digital locks.
Yeah, good luck with that because they're going to change those laws too.
Are they about to change those?
Yeah.
You just running it off your phone, or you got like a tablet in there? E-logs.
Oh, I've got just off my phone here.
That's what we ran when I was working for.
And just letting you know, I'm bringing your phone to you. Do you want Ains to come with you?
My husband have the money in my pocket.
Okay, which pocket is it in?
The one closest to you
This
on
one
the
right
green
here?
jacket.
Okay. What's his name? Wesley? Wesley! Will you come over here? She's got some cash in her pocket. She says she wants you to take. I want to do it on camera. She says,
It's your
huh?
card.
Does he? Okay.
It's your card and the green closest to you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Not transferring nothing to
No, you're good.
anything I need to take over.
Okay. That works for me.
I've got your phone now.
Do you want her to have the phone?
I want her to have the phone.
Okay. Yeah, the phone and ID. Yeah, that's good. So. Can I give you any citations?
Still in there?
They should be, yeah. I haven't taken them out.
They were in the ignition.
Could I get you to follow me down with the pickup truck and come back?
I'll give you a ride back to the back here.
All right, honey. Well, welcome to the Silver Handshake Brigade.
That's us.
Yeah, welcome to the Silver Handbrake. Yeah, welcome to the Silver Handshake Brigade, brought to you by the husband who helped make it happen.
Like I said, no citations or anything like that for the traffic violations, so there's no extra money.
I'm attempting to save you a lot of, paperwork and shit like that. And if, showing you insurance is good enough.
Yeah, like I said.
Hey, where's the nuts that went on here? I'm holding my airbag.
Let's hold my airbag. Right there. There's one right there, and then the other way. There you go. They hold your airbag in place? Oh, the airbag. Gotcha.
I always wanted to get doggone Texas plates anyways, but
Well, there you go.
I figured you guys up here are cool, but well, we've been running our tags like this.
Well, this is the first time I've seen it.
You've seen those little trucks that say not for hire on them, right?
I haven't seen any. I've seen them before, but not in this area. And they'd be the same exact way. In fact, I had a guy on a little motorcycle thing that we had the same discussion, and I told him, I'll let you, because we were in the office parking lot, I said, I'll let you drive home.
Sometimes you just don't get seen. There's only a few of us that work in an area, and you
Yeah.
have thousands of cars.
So on night shift, I work by myself, 4 p.m. to 4 a.m.
I got you.
If I'm on that end of the city, shit could be popping off over here, and it is what it is. And he works at the park. So
you back him up because, well, you guys
yeah,
are cool.
we back each other up.
All right, well, let me get this truck going down to the shark cans. And
Okay. That'll work. Appreciate your time, sir.
Bring him back. I got Rojas is going to follow me there.
So he was allowed to take the truck and she was taken and booked into jail. And of course, at her plea hearing, which I will play for you in just a second, and which took place at what looks like the front desk, she did the whole sovereign citizen thing and challenged jurisdiction.
Rules of Civil Procedure 21A. We had facts at 7 p.m. last night. I want the court to make a judgment on my motion.
Okay, today is just a plea hearing. We're just going to enter a plea for the court to see how the court proceeds with your case. So you just need to enter a plea of no contest, guilty or not guilty.
I have entered this into the record, and thus the court has to make a jurisdiction based on that motion.
So today is just a hearing for a plea. So for
And I'm
where you
challenging the
plea,
court's jurisdiction.
where you come in, you plea, and the court will proceed with your hearing from there.
I'm challenging this court's jurisdiction
So
for
are you not
lack of
hearing?
due process.
Sorry, you didn't
I'm
know.
challenging the jurisdiction for the lack of due process.
I'll put this in your case file, but we just need a plea to go forward in court. So you have the right to plea no contest, guilty or not guilty.
I still want you to make a ruling on the jurisdiction.
What part of this is a plea hearing do you not understand? Also, the irony of a sovereign citizen asking a judge they claim doesn't have jurisdiction to rule on jurisdiction.
I'll just put your paperwork in the file. It's not going to go to a hearing today. We're just seeing how you plea in order to proceed in the court.
I'm especially appearing to challenge your jurisdiction.
All I'm asking is for a plea.
And that's what I'm telling you is I'm
You were
just
charged with
challenging.
failure to appear at $200 fine for us to-
I am appearing.
Correct.
I
I just need
especially
you to
appear
enter
right
a
here.
plea.
I'm challenging your jurisdiction.
You can challenge in a hearing, but you need to enter a plea for the court.
Why should I enter a plea when you
So
have
that
not
the
even
court can
answered my
proceed.
jurisdiction challenge?
I'm not here to answer that. I'm here to accept a plea in open court. So you have to plea in order for the court to proceed with your case.
And how can I make a valid plea when jurisdiction is in question?
Whether you recognize her jurisdiction or not, you need to make a plea so that we can move forward with a trial. So if you don't want to make a plea, that's fine. But just understand that by you saying that, you're going to be entering into a no contest.
Never has the phrase a man, or in this case a woman, who is her own lawyer has a fool for a client been so fitting.
You need to do a little bit more research on the sovereign citizen stuff before you come in here. Before you come in here and start challenging a municipal judge.
As is my right to do.
Okay? Make a plea or don't. It's up to you.
I've
What'll end up happening is if you don't sign it, you don't follow through with it, failure to appear will end up going on you, and you'll get arrested again.
I am appearing right here.
You are. Video says so. But you have to proceed with the court proceedings. No, this has nothing to do with you.
This is my husband.
The court proceedings between you and her, not him. Is he your legal representation?
Is he your legal representation? Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say no.
And it's the court to now prove her jurisdiction as the law
I just do it as no contest. Write it as a refusal, and
I will write what I write. Reading before I write anything. And what is the name of the officer who is adding his input into this?
It's on the bottom of the citation.
I'm Chief Chapman.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Hope you get it taken care of.
See?
We shall.
Chief,
Sir,
may I have a business card from you?
I don't have a business card.
You don't have a business
It's not on me.
Okay. All right.
So there we are, guys. F around and find out, brought to you by No Nonsense Texas Law Enforcement. Right, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a like, share the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you also to my channel members and patrons for your continued support. I really appreciate it. And if you would like to support me and get early access to videos like this, then all the links to do that are in the description. Right, take care all, and I will catch up with you in the next video.